Another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever.
The Mega Man series was a staple of the NES and SNES systems. Great platforming gameplay and theoretically simple rock-paper-scissors style boss fights made this one of the most well-loved classic franchises. But what happens when you take away everything that made the game great, really everything that made the game work, and turn it into a third-person role-playing shooter? Released in late 1997, Mega Man Legends was a completely different direction for the series. So much so, in fact, that when the game was initially released, many Mega Man fans, myself included, wouldn't even give the game a chance. It was just too different. I wish I would have given it the chance that it deserves back then. I may have enjoyed it more then. This game is set thousands of years after every other game in the series, in a time when the planet is made up almost entirely of oceans. Civilization is spread out among small islands, and archaeologists called diggers search ruins for quantum refractors, a seemingly limitless source of power. If you're a Mega Man fan, you've probably already noticed, this is a Mega Man game with a real and actual story. You know, aside from Wily built some more robots and we need to stop them. Granted, the intro tells you this story like you're 3 years old.
In a world covered by endless water, people are forced to eke out a living on the small patches of land that remain above the sea. However, over the years, the story of a fabulous treasure, the legendary Mother Lode, began to be whispered among the diggers.
Mega Man Roll and Gramps are diggers whose ship is damaged following an excavation and crash lands on Cadillac's Island, a city built over ruins with a dark history. Until they can get their ship back in the air, you're stuck with the city's cheery inhabitants. Not for long, though, as a group of pirates shows up to steal everything inside the ruins.
And I won't let any little blue boy get in my way either!
These pirates are the Bonds. Teasel Bon, Tron Bon, and their baby brother Bon Bon. Oh, and also an army of incompetent Serv Bons. This sets off a constant battle between our clueless heroes and the cartoonish villains. Of course, once the pirates have been defeated, Mega Man is given a license to do exactly what the pirates were trying to do, steal everything in the ruins. Which begs the question, why didn't the pirates just get a license in the first place? It would have saved them a lot of time and effort. Over the course of your digs, you'll find new parts and weapons that'll make Mega Man stronger. This is well executed, but unfortunately there are no additions that'll let him walk over grass. I mean, seriously, the grass is a little tall, but it's freaking grass. How can he not walk over this? And the story, well, it seems a bit confused about what it's trying to be. With the cute characters and the rivalry between the silly villains and our heroes, we wind up with a story that doesn't have any real stakes until the very end. On one hand, while it normally seems as if it's aimed at children, it gets really dark really fast.
Is to wait for Eden to enter transmission range and send the command to execute the reinitialization of this island. Once that command is received, the 10,000 workers aboard Eden will execute it immediately. My estimates indicate their work will be completed in less than 5 minutes.
Wiping out all organic life because humans breed too fast? That's some pretty heavy stuff for a kid. Dr. Wily isn't even involved in this story, except as the boat shop owner. The incredibly creepy boat shop owner.
I'm glad I could get someone as pretty as you to fix my boat for me. Tell you what, you can use it anytime you want.
Despite all its shortcomings, the story isn't bad. In fact, it's a lot of fun, and it's charming as hell. Sure, the voice acting is bad, but it's Shakespeare compared to everything else Capcom released on the PlayStation. Plus, Teasel's maniacal laugh is fantastic. Despite having an excellent upgrade system, lots of areas to explore, and fantastic bosses, there's one thing that I just can't forgive. The game is difficult, but for all the wrong reasons. The controls in this game are unforgiving. This was released in December of 1997, just after the release of the dual analog controller. Of course, the DualShock didn't come out until 1998, and very few games supported analog mode prior to the DualShock's release. So, of course, there's no analog support in this game. That means manually rotating cameras with shoulder buttons. And that means running around fussing with the camera while trying to shoot things. In many cases, the game requires a small level of precision, which the unforgiving controls just won't allow. It's a lot like trying to parallel park a tank. I lost more boss battles to the shoddy control than any lack of skill on my part. I shouldn't fault it for this based on the time it was released, but it really is that frustrating to play. Also, you know, once I've beaten the final boss, I don't care if I offend some freaking NPCs. I am not going up to each and every individual person in town to say goodbye. Let me leave in peace and give me my damn happy ending. Aw, that's so sweet. They set out their cardboard cutouts to say goodbye. Given the control issues, the disparity in tone, and the comparatively high price of around $22, I feel that the game could have been so much more than it was. Perhaps once I've tracked down the sequel or the Tron Bond side story game, we'll revisit the series. But until then, I leave you with this.